Hey everybody, how y'all doing? It's Steve coming at you. Hope you're having a great day. Look, I had to make this video. I had to make this video. I should have made it last night, but I was definitely not going to let tonight go by without making it, bro. If y'all didn't see Trump showing up at the UFC fight in Madison Square Garden last night with Dana White, he had Speaker Mike Johnson with him. He had Tulsi Gabbard with him. He had Vivek Ramaswamy with him. He had Kid Rock. He had Elon Musk, of course, right there by his side. He had RFK Jr. with him. It was crazy. He came in with the crew. He pulled up with the crew back at Madison Square Garden in New York for the UFC. Jon Jones was fighting. And as it turns out, Jon Jones is a huge Trump fan as well. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. I'm going to put the videos in the description there. I'll put a link in there for how the crowd reacted. It was crazy. It got crazy loud. Rogan was in there as an announcer. He talked about how loud it was, how crazy loud it was. He said, "Man, it was loud before. Then now that he's won, he's the president again. It's crazy." They gave him a tribute. It was ridiculous. It was amazing how the crowd just accepted him. And then Jon Jones did the little Trump dance before the fight, the little YMCA Trump dance. And then after the fight, he did it again. He hopped over the fence, went and presented his belt to the president. It was absolutely amazing. And on top of all that, one of the things I know Trump loves UFC and they talk about that. He's definitely got a following. They can say what they want about New York, but he's got a following. I think he increased his percentage in the Bronx this past election by 22 points. It was crazy. But I think there was a message behind him showing up, especially with Speaker Mike Johnson, who was right behind him, who turns out is a much smaller guy than I thought he was. That's not his fault. That's neither here nor there. But Trump and Dana White look huge compared to him. Mike Johnson was right behind him. Mike Johnson's pointing at the president as they're walking out to the crowd, like, yeah, that's the man. And I love to see that. I love to see it. Love that Speaker Mike Johnson's on board with the MAGA movement and the MAGA agenda. And I think it's important for this reason specifically. They're trying to show the Senate, because we know there's still a lot of establishment types over there and a lot of uniparty types over there still. In fact, they just secret ballot voted in John Thune, who is no fan of the president. His voting record, as far as conservative voting record, is far worse than Rick Scott's is. But John Thune has been molded by Mitch McConnell, who is also no fan of the president. I give Mitch his props on the judges. He did a great job with us on the judges in the Supreme Court, but he has molded John Thune to be that establishment figure who's going to try and stand in the way of Trump's agenda. And I think that was Trump's kind of a little slight shot over the bow as to, hey, I want you guys to get in line with the people I want to get confirmed when the Senate confirmation hearings come up. These are my people. This is my crew. I want them to get confirmed. And I think he's very serious about that. And I found this out today because apparently Speaker Johnson was on one of the Sunday shows, and he talked about hopefully there won't be a need for recess appointments as long as the Senate understands whatever we need to get on board. I think the president should have the people he wants to serve him, and hopefully the other members of Congress will get that message. Fantastic, fantastic, including Matt Gaetz, by the way. And he talked about that Trump wants these people. Trump should have these people. He talked about how he served with Matt Gaetz, and Matt Gaetz is a disruptor. Mike Johnson's on board. Mike Johnson is definitely on board, and I like to see it. You gotta love to see it, in fact. But I found this out. He actually has the power, Speaker Johnson, to recess the House. Right? Once he does that, the president has the power because, of course, the vice president is the president of the Senate. The president has the power to recess the Senate. So if they try and play any games, any stupid games with the president's nominees and his picks for his cabinet and his staff, boom, recess both chambers, put them in, give them recess appointments, and let's roll. The Senate, man, the man's got the popular vote, electoral college landslide. Don't play. I think that was Trump's main message, a subtle message. I'm sure he was there to have the fun and enjoy the fight. But considering all the people he pulled up with, his message is like, don't play. I'm running the show when I get there, and I'm not having it from you guys this time. You love to see it. Like I said, I'll put the videos in the description. You guys tell me what you think about it. I loved it. It was fantastic, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Y'all take care. Talk to you soon.